it's Gracie. Welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about just 2018 in general. It was definitely the best year of my life so far. Obviously, I'm only 18, so I'm going to have a lot of great years, but I think this year will definitely continue to be one of the best years of my life. So I would really like to just reflect upon it and appreciate everything that's happened to me this year. It's been a really long road. I mean, at the beginning of this year, I didn't even know where I was going to be at this point. Currently, I didn't know where I was going to go to college. I didn't officially commit until March. One of the first things that happened was at the very end of January, I began competition season for show choir, and that continued throughout February and then into March. Even though earlier on in the show choir season, we weren't really sure as a group how we were going to do, we ended up doing really well. And then at state, we were grand champs, which I could have never imagined that happening, ever. So it was really amazing, and it was just awesome to be able to have that as a big moment of my senior year with all of these girls that I love so much. To top that off, we got to go to Nashville, Tennessee for nationals, and we stayed in like the Gaylord Opryland Hotel, which is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I don't really get out that much, honestly, but it's just so beautiful. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about, but like the inside of it's just all the rooms form like, I guess, not quite a circle, but then they have these gardens and these little stores in the middle, and the beautiful light shows at night and just water. I don't know, oh my gosh. I can insert a few pictures I took here, but I just can't even explain it. I want to go back there so bad. I got to perform on the stage in the Grand Ole Opry, which is like, you know, that stage has been performed on by like really, really great musicians. And I'm not really the biggest country fan, and that's, you know, what usually is on that stage. But I really just appreciate that experience of being able to say I performed on that stage where a bunch of stars have performed. It's just crazy. Before each performance, like the curtains were down, and just like we were walking across when no one could see us. We were like dancing on it, like, ah, it's so crazy, we're here. And then I did stage crew for the other choir from my school, the mixed choir. And like some of them would go up to like the main circle where people stand and would like kiss it before, you know, like the curtains ever opened and you had to get set. It was a really cool experience to have. I don't think a lot of people in high school can say they got to do something like that. And then right after I went to Nashville, instead of actually going home, I then went to Bloomington, that's where I go to college, for another visit. My aunt was with us, so she also got to see it. And I think it was the night right before we went out to do everything that I officially enrolled to go to IU. So that was a really exciting moment. One of the hardest things I definitely had to go through this year was deciding to turn down my dream program for college, which it still brings me so much pain. It's just trying not to think about it sometimes, but like I know that was the best decision for me. So that was a hard moment of this year, but I know it was for the best, and that in the future I can always, you know, have more options for my graduate education. Then next up was my high school graduation. The rehearsal was super boring, but honestly, I'm like one of the first people alphabetically in my class, or out of really any group of people, and so I was really close to the front. So it meant that I did go very quickly during the ceremony and then just have to watch a bunch of people, but I thought it was going to feel so long because I have a really big class, but I was just so excited watching all of us, like, oh, we made it, we did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. It was so hard not screaming for, like, my friends when they walked, because we were told, like, we couldn't scream for anyone, that if we did, they'd hold our diplomas and that we'd have to go in to have like a meeting with our parents in order to get it. I was like so close to the front so I could see them, and I just wanted to scream so badly. And then soon after that came my grad party, and it was so fun. So many of my friends came, and I really appreciate that. It was just a really good time, even though Qdoba, you know, like messed up our catering. But, like, I'll deal with it. Second big struggle of the year. Oh my gosh, Qdoba messed up my catering. Then I also got a Mac for my graduation present, which like, that's been my dream since, I don't know, I was in 5th grade, I think. And like we used Macs in schools to make videos. Oh, I was so happy to get it. Then at the end of June, I turned 18, which doesn't really mean a whole lot for me because I'm not really having any doors opened up, not really interested in any of the things that being 18 allows you to do. However, it's a big milestone. I'm technically an adult now. I don't know how true that title is in any sense. I'm entirely financially dependent still and emotionally dependent. However, it's cool to be able to say that I'm officially an adult. Like, you can't tell me what to do. Like, I can drive away if I want. Bye-bye. I don't know. I kind of wish I would have done more this summer, but it's okay. You know, relaxing, getting ready to move in, stuff like that. I was getting everything for my dorm, which is the most exciting thing ever. I love dorm shopping. I love shopping, and then dorm shopping is just... I have a dorm tour video if you want to watch it. I can link it below, or you can just search it on my YouTube channel. I didn't post it that long ago, but you should definitely check it out. And I moved into college, and it was kind of scary. I mean, I just couldn't like fathom that this was happening to me. Like, you know, part of you just thinks, okay, I'm gonna be a high schooler forever. Like, that was what I was meant to be in this TV show or whatever. But no, you actually have to grow up and go do whatever you want to do. And for me, that was college. The cool thing is that most, I think probably all, but I'm gonna say most because obviously I haven't gone to all colleges, but I think most colleges have like a welcome week for freshmen. That's what ours is called. And like, so you move in kind of like a little, probably under a week, but almost a week before you actually start classes, and go through an orientation. There's all these events they hold to try to get to know parts of campus and get to meet new people. I got to meet my roommate at this time because we were random, and she lived pretty far from me, not super far, still in state, but at a different part of the state than me, so we hadn't gotten to meet before, and she was really cool. It's worked out really well. So I was pretty nervous about that, but it all worked out, so that was a win. I adjusted really quickly to living there. Got adjusted to kind of like living on my own, not really on my own, because you're in a dorm where your bathrooms are cleaned for you. There's a kitchenette, it's cleaned for you. You know, like there was another person in my room called a roommate, but like other than that, I was kind of just adjusting to this life, loving it. I remember thinking during that week, like, oh, this is fun, like, this is a great time. I'm hanging out with, like, my friends all the time. Like, I thought college was gonna be scary, like, to adjust to, but it's great. And then I realized that, like, my classes hadn't even started yet and got really freaked out about that. But my classes this semester actually went really well. So I'm glad about that. My schedule next semester is gonna be harder, but I know I can do it. I also entered a new relationship during the semester, which I won't go into great detail about because number one, no one, including her, knows that this channel exists, and number two, you know, those things, like, could end. It's like, even if you don't think it's gonna end, like, you know, maybe tomorrow I figure out that she's actually a monster, or I turn into a monster. You know, it's always a possibility, but that's a really cool thing I'm happy about. It's going well. I've made really good friends with some of the girls in my dorm, and I just can't wait to spend the next semester with them and hopefully many more semesters with them. Overall, it's just been a really great year of doing really well in show choir, getting to hold the state champion title for my senior year is amazing. Turning 18, graduating from high school, starting college, it's just been the most excellent year. I don't think I would have wanted it any other way, and I just hope that I'm able to hold on to this feeling and just take it forward to all my other years and make them all the best years too. But it is a very unique opportunity to perform in Nashville, and you only really graduate high school once probably. You only get to start college once probably. So many great experiences in 1 year. What I want to wrap this up with is just a few of my goals for next year, I guess. I did mention that my next semester is going to be harder. I just want to persevere through that and prove that I can handle it. I'm going to try to reconnect with some of my friends from high school that I haven't gotten to talk to or see as much this past semester, as we were all just adjusting to college life and being in different places. I'm going to Beijing, China over spring break, so I hope that goes well and I get some great learning experience out of it. I've never been out of the country before. So excited that I'm going to be able to have this experience of just totally stepping out of my bubble and entering another one. I want to get a job over the summer. I need money. Need money very badly, thank you. I want to also try to get a job over my sophomore year, but I also think I'm doing like a research apprenticeship that year, so I won't judge myself too hard if I can't do both, because that's technically a job already. I want to keep going to the gym. I started going to the gym this year, which is like crazy. I've never had like a positive, like happy experience with fitness, and now I am. I really enjoy it. It's been a great way for me to relieve stress and just have a hold on my mental health. If I'm feeling bad, I can go there and I feel much better. So I want to continue to do that and try to get fit. But those are the only things that I'm trying to aim to do. Otherwise, I just want to keep living happy, you know, continue having the friendships that I do, continue to not fail at school because that's important. I know that this was not the best year for probably most people, but I hope that you all had at least a semi-decent year and have a great next year. So have a great New Year's, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Don't forget to comment below, like this video, and subscribe to me and turn my notifications on. Thank you, because I'm going to try to actually upload a lot.